Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is looking at the NASCAR picks for tomorrow. It's at Pocono. We have a nice tournament over on Draftkings. Touching on that, also on Fanduel. Also, tomorrow we have UFC, and I posted the video for that. If you want to check it out, I'll link it at the end of the video. So let's get right into it. If you want to join, you can visit the website. Links in the description. Last week at Talladega, we cashed on Draftkings. It was pretty wild. The ending was crazy. Missed on FanDuel, looking to get both in the money this weekend. So let's get started here. As always, I appreciate it to hit the like on the video before we get into it and subscribe. And you can hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I post. So the pricing is pretty wild on DraftKings as usual. Christopher Bell is up to 11-1. That's gonna make or break a lot of people. I don't think he's gonna be too popular just because nobody's gonna feel comfortable about playing Christopher Bell over like all these great drivers behind, like cheaper than him. He's starting 36, which is great, especially when there's like under 150 laps at this type of track. So there's not as much upside to laps led upside. So I'm not sure if he'll be super popular or not. I don't think he will be. And I think he's fine, but I feel a little bit more comfortable about spreading some salary out and not putting all my eggs in one basket, especially a rookie in like Christopher Bell. If you look at the drivers that have done extremely well at this track, there's plenty of good drivers that have dominated here the last four races. Kyle Busch is the most notable with 2 wins out of the last four races. I wish he was starting like a little bit down. He's starting fourth. So you're going to need him to probably win and lead some laps here just because if you want him to outscore guys like Harvick or Truex who are starting way back, like not super back, but like ninth and 11th, you're going to need Bush to probably win the race and lead some laps. But he's obviously a great play. This is a great track for him. Kevin Harvick, speaking of him, he's right behind Bush driver rating, averaging ninth place finish here. 2 top 5s. Byron has done extremely well here. He has 3 top 10s. Jones has dominated here, 3 top 5s in 4 races. Yeah, Blaney's done well. He's starting like second, so also gonna need him to probably win if you want to make him if he wants to get into the optimal. Clint Boyer really looks pretty solid. Some drivers that haven't done super hot here is like Logano. He's done fine, but nothing spectacular. Almirola starting at the pole once again occurs for him, so no interest in Almirola. Elliott's not the hottest driver for him. Jimmy Johnson also not the same, but I like Johnson's price on DraftKings, and he still has 4 top 20s and 1 top 10, but he's obviously not. This hasn't been super kind to him, but still a decent driver rating, and I think he's definitely in play. And then for some cheapies, you have like Michael McDowell has done fine here with 2 top 20s. At his price point, you'll definitely take something like that. So those are the drivers that have done pretty well here. Did I skip over Truex? Truex also done very well. 1 win, 2 top 5s, a pretty high driver rating if you want to sort by that. It's Busch, Harvick, Hamlin, Jones, Truex, Boyer, Elliott, Keselowski, Byron. Some very good drivers here. So on DraftKings, I think about spreading some salary out to some of those guys. They're pretty cheap. Some of them are, especially. We'll start with Truex, who's only 9,700, starting 11th, so 7 top 10s this year. A great spot for him to add to that. He's not starting in the pole like he was last time out. Also, Talladega is a terrible track for him. He's never had success there. He started like 6th and 5th. Now that he's starting 11th, I think it's pretty good to get some place differential upside, especially when there's not a ton of laps at this race. You're going to need some guys to move up, and Truex, I think, can definitely do that. Also has a chance to win. So definitely give me Truex at 97. Erik Jones is incredibly pretty cheap for how good he's done here. 7,100 for a guy starting 19th. As you see, he has like 3 top 5s in 4 races in the last 4 races here. He looks really good. Prime position for him to add to another top 10, make it 8, and potentially maybe make his way into the top 5 like he's been doing here. That would be great if he can do that. But Erik Jones looking tremendous. Other guys that look very, very good, you have William Byron at 8,400. He looks pretty solid for sure. Jimmy Johnson starting 12th. I think he should definitely get some love. But I like Harvick starting 9th, 10-1. He's just been a top 10 machine this year. 11 top 10s, most out of any driver. starting ninth, also has the ability to work his way into the top 5 and get you some of those upside place differential upside points. So definitely I'm definitely liking Harvick this week. And for some value plays, you have like maybe Ty Dillon if he gets you excited. Not not a super exciting play. I'd probably go a little bit cheaper. Suarez, not really interested in him at 69. He's just not in a good car right now. I mean, for the whole year, he's not in a good car. Um, I think Michael McDowell is looking like a pretty good value play at 5,500. He's been pretty consistent this year. He has no top tens, but you don't need him to finish in the top 10 when he's starting like 26th. He's starting 26th, and the last 3 races, he's gotten you like double digit place differential upside points on DraftKings. He has been very, very good at finishing higher than he started. He's done that in every race except for the one that he started third in, which you would expect. So give me Michael McDowell at 5,500. Gives you a cheap play to mix in with some of your studs. You still have plenty to spend on some of the other top drivers. So those are the DraftKings picks that I'm looking at. And now we will touch on FanDuel. Okay, over on FanDuel, they have Harvick, Busch as your most expensive drivers. FanDuel has definitely done a better job than DraftKings in pricing drivers this year. But they do have Christopher Bell at only 8,000. So he's going to be the first guy that you want for sure. DraftKings, it's definitely not as appealing, although we think he's still in play. But on FanDuel, he's pretty much a must in cash at 8,000, starting 36. Nobody around him has that as much place differential upside. And he's actually a good driver, so he has a chance to finish in the top 10 and just make him a must. Erik Jones, 10,000. He's just been so good here. Not super high of a price tag. Starting 19th, I think he's definitely looking like a really good play. No interest in Almirola. I do like Boyer and I like Jimmy Johnson. I would want to like DiBenedetto, but if you look at his history here, it's not been that appealing, so that makes me a little bit nervous. FanDuel, you don't need to go super cheap, but if you do, I like Michael McDowell, Cole Custer. Oh, probably Michael McDowell a little bit more at only $5,000. And then I'll spend up for Martin Truex starting 11th. So those are the 3 guys that I feel great about on FanDuel. And that's pretty much a wrap for the video. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and good luck tomorrow.